We are moving, and also we've officially started packing. I mentioned that we were moving a month ago or so when I told you guys all about the decluttering that I was planning on doing before we moved. But I don't know if I mentioned that we're gonna be moving relatively close by. It's like less than 2 blocks away from our current place, which sounds easy because I could pretty much, stuff our blender in my backpack and carry it over there if I wanted to. But moving is rarely as easy as it sounds. And also, as you guys who follow the channel already know, I'm still recovering from burnout. And so the last thing I wanted was for this move to turn into a big ball of stress or a lot of overwhelm or a lot of mess. I created a system for packing that is easy to follow, even on low energy days, and is helpful even if I don't get it all right, which is what I am sharing with you today. If we haven't met yet, my name is Isabel, and on this channel, we talk all about embracing your weird in order to build a better brand, business, and life. So let's go. Here's what I didn't want. I didn't want some super complicated, Pinterest-worthy moving plan that I'd be too tired to actually follow through on. I didn't want, I saw some people who do QR codes on their boxes, and so that when they scan it on their phone, it opens up and shows them exactly what's in each box, and they take photos of every item. And this all sounded beautiful. This all sounded great, but it also sounded like something I was not gonna be able to keep up with my current energy levels. I also didn't want to spend an absurd amount of money on fancy labels or printing out a ton of things that would just end up in the trash. So here's what I actually bought. I bought packing tape because I need to close the boxes somehow. So all of the cardboard boxes behind me are actually recycled from different stores and places, but I did buy some cardboard boxes because I was gonna need more than I could find somewhere else. I also bought labels, and somewhere around here are the red ones, like the ones that are on these boxes, and the white ones that I could write on. And I also bought some washi tape. So the labels, I bought them in white for actually writing the name of the box, green, yellow, and red. And then the washi tape I bought in blue, green, yellow, and red. And I'll explain why later. Oh, and I bought 2 permanent markers, a black one and a red one, so I could write fragile on certain boxes. Okay, so that's it. Super cheap, super simple, nothing fancy. Oh, by the way, if you know what I could do with the cardboard boxes after we're done moving, I know I could recycle them, but if you have any other uses for them, places I could donate, things like that, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to do more than just send them into the recycle bin. Anyways, I wanted a system that would make my life easier. Those were the items I was gonna work with. And so I created a system that would work for when I had full energy, a system that would work when I had low energy. But the most important part is one that would work even if I didn't do it perfectly, even if I didn't do it right. The first part of this system was the color coding.
I color code all my info.
So remember those colored labels I bought, green, yellow, and red? Those labels tell me what gets packed first and unpacked last, and vice versa. Red labels is what gets packed first. As you can see, every single box behind me has a red label because we are packing the red stuff right now. Now, what is red? Red is things that we're not gonna need right away when we move. So for example, we're moving in October, Christmas stuff will be in a red box because I don't need to pull it out as soon as I move because it's not close to Christmas yet. Right? Anything that we don't need until later. So swimsuits, since it's still winter here, sandals, Christmas decor, things like that. Red is pack first, unpack last. Yellow is pack second, and then unpack next to last. So these are things that I use sometimes, but not necessarily will use right away as soon as I move. So things like board games, my books, my craft supplies. I have a lot of books and I'm not gonna read them all as soon as I move. I don't need to unpack them first thing. Now the books I'm currently reading, yes, those will probably be in the unpack first, but not all of my books. Does that make sense? And then green are the things that are packed next to last, but will be unpacked second. This is everyday stuff, but not emergency stuff. This is cleaning supplies, pantry staples, laundry detergent, my winter jacket since it's still winter, right? These are things that I do use every day, things that I need to unpack quickly, but I don't need to unpack them the day I move. And then finally we have blue, which is what the blue washi tape is for. Blue will be packed last and unpacked first. This is our survival mode for the first 48 hours and or things that have to be unpacked right away as soon as we move. So what do I mean by that? For the first 48 hours of a move, what do I need? I need my toothbrushes, I need, shampoo, conditioner, soap, I need a set of sheets, I need a couple of towels, I need pajamas, my dog's food, things like that. Those are the things that will be packed in blue boxes. These boxes will be unpacked the day we move, in the moment, because they need to be unpacked for us to be able to be okay in the first 48 hours. These will obviously be the least amount of boxes, or the category with the least amount of boxes. The other thing we're packing in blue are things that either go in the fridge or in the freezer. We're getting a new fridge and freezer for the new place, and so we will be packing those items, probably not in a cardboard box, but we will be packing those items, taking them to the house, and they have to be unpacked right away, because once your frozen food unfreezes, you need to eat it. You can't just refreeze it, right? That's the blue stuff. It's the least amount of items, but it's things that do need to get unpacked same day kind of thing. And that's the color coding system. Now here's the thing. This is super easy to remember because it's basically a traffic light. Green, yellow, and red. Green is everyday, yellow is kind of in between everyday and rare use, and red is I don't need it right now. And then we have just an extra color, which is blue, which is just the stuff that needs to get unpacked in the moment that you get there. The next part is labeling the boxes. So these little white labels that we have here and our handy dandy permanent marker. On each box, I am writing the room that it goes in and a number for that box. So like kitchen number 1, kitchen number 2, kitchen number 3, just so I know how many boxes I have for each room so that they don't get lost. And also this helps the day of the move because as we move all the boxes, we can put them in the room they go in. This is great because it means that if you decide to unpack all of the kitchen stuff first, you already have all of the kitchen stuff together. It's not, oh, where did I pack that one thing? Which, if you just numbered the boxes like 1 to 100, you would have trouble remembering if it was box 37 or 39 that had the kitchen supplies. So room first and then a number for that room. One of the things I'm also planning for the moving day, we haven't decided if we're hiring movers or if we're just gonna get our friends to help us since it's so close by. But either way, I'm going to write out on a piece of paper on the door of each room and inside each room the name of that room so that there's no mistake on where it goes. Let's say like primary bathroom, secondary bathroom, there's no mistake which one is which. And so the things that go to the primary bathroom are there and the things that go to the secondary bathroom are there. There will be no confusion because there will be a sign on the door of each room and inside, like on a wall of each room, so that everyone knows exactly where the boxes go. Now, we have the boxes divided by 2 levels of importance. We have the boxes divided by color code and we have the boxes divided by room. This is great when unpacking because I can unpack, let's say, just the blue and the green levels of the kitchen and then move on to another room knowing that the yellow and the red can wait. So for example, in the kitchen, I talked about Christmas decor. So in the kitchen, a red box might have like my Christmas cookie cutters and things like that. Stuff that I don't need right away. So I can start unpacking per which room is more important. For example, the bedroom, like the primary bedroom and the kitchen are more important than the guest bathroom, right? And then I can just unpack the colors that are the most important to pack. So I can start unpacking my house in levels. I hope that makes sense. The last part of the system is the tracking. I did create an Airtable database that has the name of the box with its number, so like kitchen number 1. It has the contents of the box listed, the color, so either if it's red, green, yellow, or blue, and then the status. So did I pack this box already? Did I move it to the house already? Did I unpack it already? That way I know exactly what I've packed, what I've unpacked, what I've moved, what I haven't moved, etc. The contents of the house is something that is helpful to have, because if you're looking for something specific, let's say, I have like 300 books. Let's say that I'm looking for a specific book. Well, now I can tell you if it's in this box, or if it's in this box, or if it's in this box, right? I can tell you exactly where it is. Now, the good thing about this is that on low energy days, I don't necessarily have to write out the name of each book that I put in the box. I can just write out, hey, this box has books. This already makes it easier to know what's in the box, even if I don't know exactly which books are there. Okay, so again, all of this system is created for either you have high energy and can list out everything, or you're on low energy and just want to write like decor. That's fine. One thing I do recommend, I downloaded an app called Whisperflow, and I'm gonna link it in the description. I really, really recommend it because I can just read out, for example, the titles of the books or the things that I'm putting in the box. And as I'm packing it, I'm just reading them out loud or listing them out loud, and it's making the list for me. So I'm not actually sitting down on my computer and going, okay, this book by this author, this book by this author, this book by this author, which would take forever. I'm literally just reading the titles out as I pack them, that kind of thing. I also really recommend it if you are bilingual or multilingual. I have books in English, in Spanish, and in French, and this is the only app that I've found that doesn't mind if you switch languages. It will write out, and I can speak in both languages, so I can be like, Starry Night by Van Gogh Lego set, and then I can be like, Lego set de los 100 años de Disney, and it will write them both out in the language that I spoke them in, and it doesn't have a problem with switching languages, this is the only app I've found that does that. Moving on. Those are the 3 parts of the system. Super simple. The colored labels, the actual labeling of like writing out what the box is. So color coding, labeling, and tracking, which is the database. And they're written in that order, or I'm sharing them with you in that order on purpose, because they're also done from least energy to most energy. What do I mean by that? Let's say that I'm low energy and I do not want to track what is in the box. Like I can't do it. I can't deal with it. I only have energy for color coding. All I need to do is close the box and stick on a sticker, a colored sticker. That's all I need to do. That is very, very low energy. The second level of that, right, would be stick on a white sticker and write out the name of the box, or the name of the room and the number. And then if I have more energy, I can get into the tracking. I might not know exactly what's inside, but at least if I do the color coding, which is super low energy, I know which boxes to unpack first. That already makes my life easier. If I also know which room they're in, then that makes my life a lot easier again than just knowing the order in which to unpack. And then if I also have the energy to do the tracking, well, that's a perfect moving system if you ask me. But this doesn't depend on me doing the system perfectly. It depends on me honoring my energy where it is when I'm doing the packing. If one day I'm doing packing and I'm really low energy and I just, do color coding and that's it, that's better than not doing anything at all. And if one day I'm high energy, like when I packed these boxes behind me, and I can do the entire thing of color coding, labeling, and tracking in Airtable, then that's great. The system works whether it's done perfectly or not. It's helpful no matter how much of the system you actually have the energy to do. And honestly, this has made packing feel chill. I don't feel like I'm drowning in cardboard. I don't feel like I have to know where everything is and what's inside each box. And it doesn't require perfection. This isn't a system that demands more from me. It's a system that demands to meet me where I am. And I don't think that there's a better system than that. All that to say, steal this packing system if you want it. And yeah, I will keep posting the journey of moving and then maybe unpacking if you guys want to see that. But for now, I'd love to know. I've never done this big of a move, to be honest, So if you have any moving tips for me, please leave them in the comments below, because this is my first time doing anything like this. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I make new ones like this every single Friday. So until then, stay wild, stay weird, and I'll see you in the next one.